welcome to my channel. I'm really excited to be shooting today. If you're new to my channel, I am Sakura. I'm an 18-year-old CEO and a multiple business owner. I own 3 businesses, which are namely, let me make a correction. I own 4 businesses, which are namely Hair Laundry or My Hair, 16 Lace, and Bags and Bougie. That's right, I recently started a new business, so I am now the owner of 4 businesses. And yeah, but I'll do like a whole separate video explaining on how that came about and what the business is all about and all of that. But yes, I am also a philanthropist and the founder and president of the Matric Foundation. And if you're a returning subscriber and a regular, the real MVP, then thank you so much for joining me once more. I really appreciate your support. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, today I am going to be doing a video that is especially made for matric students. And even if you're like in the lower grades, you can still watch it. Like it can still apply if you're in high school, but it is specifically for matrics, because I'll be answering questions on how I was able to get distinctions while I was running my businesses in matric, and just my study tips and some advice that I can give you as the class of 2021. And yeah, just things that worked for me. So I asked you guys on Instagram and on Facebook to send through any questions or anything that you might need advice on, or just clarity on, or just tips and like study tips, my study plan and all of that. And you guys sent some questions, so I'm going to be answering them in this video, and they are on my iPad in case I keep on looking down. And yeah, like most of them were very repetitive, so I'm only going to be answering them once. And like this doesn't only apply to like matric students only, because you can use the study tips even in like the lower grades, because you don't only have to start being serious in matric. You can start preparing yourself like even in the young the lower grades. So yes, without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. So the first question is, how did you prepare? So I think this is like specifically for how I prepared for my exams. So I'm gonna be doing like a whole separate video on how I prepared for my examinations, because it was literally like an entire like system that I used, and it worked so perfectly for me. So I want to go like into detail about it, so that's why I'm planning on doing another video on it, and it's probably gonna go up before you guys write your June exams, so be on the lookout for that. The next question is, how did you manage to balance your businesses and your schoolwork? I feel like for me this wasn't like a challenge at all, because I knew what the priority was between the two. Like obviously school came first, like that wasn't even like questionable, and I'm so grateful that even all of the customers and the clients that I had last year were very understanding, and now they knew like she's in matric, she may be like having these businesses, but she's in matric at the end of the day, and her schoolwork comes first. So if I had to like delay orders or anything like that, they would be like very understanding, and I am very grateful for that. And I feel like the only challenge for me was being constantly tired. Like I would literally sleep everywhere. Like I would always be sleeping like any chance that I get, because I'd always be so tired, because I'm coming from school after school, and there are literally so many things that I need to do. I need to be running around town, I need to buy things for my businesses, I need to like do a whole lot of things, and I would obviously be so tired. By the time I get home, I'll be so tired, so I think that was the only issue, but it wasn't a big issue. It was just worth the sacrifice, I guess. And then the next question is matric as hard / challenging / difficult as people say it is? No, it isn't like at all. I feel like most people enter matric with the misconception of vele it's gonna be so difficult, vele njena ngohlupheka, vele I'm gonna be struggling and all of that. And I feel like that is because like so many past students always tell us, yo dude, matric yahlupha, so we enter matric with that mentality, vele kuyonyiwa, when that isn't really the case. I feel like it really depends on how mentally prepared you are, and how like what you feed yourself mentally. If you tell yourself or you feed yourself these thoughts of Guti, I'm about to have like the roughest year of my entire high school career or whatever, like really it's going to be like that, yeah, because you're gonna go into Matric with that mentality, and if even like the littlest changes or challenges come your way, like you already have this idea with vele yahlupa, so even with like the smallest things, like you already see it as like a big challenge or like a big mountain or anything like that. So it really depends on what you think of it and like your mentality village as of now. You need to channel yourself to have a very positive mentality and a very positive outlook. And personally for me, like I really enjoyed my Matric journey. I enjoyed the work, I enjoyed everything, but I think the only struggle is the workload, because like you get test after test after test after assignments after prepared speech, so it becomes a lot from all of these subjects. Like if you're doing 7 subjects and you're writing say like 4 tests in one day or like 7 tests in a week, so lapo you don't really have that much rest, and that's when your time management skills need to come in, and when you need to be very disciplined and like just be on your A game. So I don't think it is like that challenging as people. It's not, let me just say that it's not. You just need to have a very positive outlook on it. And then the next question is, how does one take care of their mental health in Matric? So what I used to do was I used to take day offs. Like I would have days where I would just not do anything school related. Like I would read, I would watch movies, I would just sleep, and like just rest, like do anything but schoolwork, and like go out and see your friends or whatever like your idea of relaxation or fun might be. Like just have days, or even it can be like a few hours of the day where you just tell yourself, because you know what, I am gonna spoil myself. I am just gonna take myself out for an ice cream date, or I'm just gonna take a walk. I'm gonna listen to good music, and I'm just going to exercise or like do anything that doesn't involve schoolwork. So that is how I used to take care of my mental health. And then the next question is, how did you manage your studying time? So it was different during lockdown and when we were doing physical classes. So during lockdown, I would have like a timetable like that I made for myself. My school day would start at 9 o'clock. I would have like 3 classes in the morning, and then I would take a break, and then I would have 3 classes like after the break, and then my school day would end after that. And then obviously later on, like in the evening, I would have a study session. So yeah, that's how I would do it during lockdown. I would just have a plan. Like that's all I'm gonna say, like have a plan. I would just plan my studies. I would plan, okay, from 9 to 10 I'm doing math, from 10 to 11 I'm doing physics, from 11 to 12 I'm going to be doing the subject, and then I'm going to take a break and then go back like to school. Because that's how we used to do it at school. Like that was our school schedule, so I would just basically follow that. So yeah, during online learning, that's what I would do, and then I would have a study session later on in the day. And then when we were back to doing physical classes, I would have a study session in the evening when I come back from school, and then another one around 2 a.m. From 2 to 4 a.m. because I am like a very early riser, so it wasn't really a problem for me to wake up early and start studying. And I also find like the early hours of the morning are just so like calming and relaxing, so I was able to focus like even more at that time. So yeah. Oh, and the question says, how did you manage your studying time? So I would manage my studying time by creating a timetable and having a plan, like having a straight schedule, like this is how we're gonna work. And then the next question is, what was your study plan? I'm not sure like what is meant by study plan, but what I would do, I would have like a list of all my subjects, which were physics, maths, life sciences, geography, LO, physics, maths, life sciences, geography, LO, and then English and Siswati. So I would have like a list of all of them, and then I would write down like topics under each. Actually, this is for the examination video because it's gonna be like a very long process trying to like explain all of it. But I would just basically have like all of the topics for each subject, and then I would categorize them like according to my study days, but I will go like into further detail in that video. And then someone asked Kuti, how did you manage to get a bachelor pass? So it was obviously because I reached a certain ngatini, like a certain score or something like that they require for you in order for you to get like a bachelor pass. So I think one thing that you can do, like how to track your progress or how to make sure that you are like on that standard like each and every term, is for you to have goals, like have things that you're working towards. Say for example, like now in first term, you like to matric and all of that. So at the end of the first term, then lapo you will know how you did, and you will have like an idea of okay, so this is how a matric works, this is how like the workload is, this is how I'm able to manage in these situations. And then when you get your first term report, we want to say for example like you have an average of 60, like your whole entire average really for the term for all subjects, and then this is what I did correctly this term. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna repeat like that same schedule and that same study routine in second term. And even second term you need to like work even harder, because that's when you're going to be writing like your June exams and all of that. So whatever you did right like in first term, you need to make sure you need to do 2 times better or 2 times more than that. So just try tracking your progress and making sure you stay on a certain level like each and every term and you don't drop. Then that way you're gonna have like a guaranteed pass like no matter what. And then the next question, the next question is, which subjects were you not good at but managed to balance them and get a bachelor pass? So the subjects that I wasn't good at, I'm not gonna say I wasn't good at because I still passed, but they were maths and physics. For maths it was like this, because like first term I got a distinction for maths. I think I got like 84%, and then second term we all did so horribly, and then in third term when we were writing our prelims I did like better, and then my finals I did better but not as good as I did in first term. So maths was definitely just like up and down. Like I would do so well in one topic and then we would move on to the next topic, and then I'd be like, girl, what is going on? So it was very challenging. And then the other one, physics, I feel like physics wasn't really made for me, because chemistry, like I am not that girl. Like I am smart, I am very intelligent, but there are some things that I feel like are very unnecessary. Like chemistry was very difficult. It was enjoyable, but some things were just like when you come from grade 10, when you start like in grade 10 and you already don't even understand chemistry in grade 10, so you move on with like all of these unanswered questions and just misunderstandings and all of that. So physics was definitely not my best subject, but I still managed to get like a good mark. And and then the last question is, let me check it. How did you manage to stay focused throughout? So it is very important for you to have like an idea of what you're working towards. So for me, like since really the year began, I knew I am working for at least 5 distinctions, which I don't get by the way, but like I just had a clear understanding of you know what, I am gonna get 5 distinctions, and in order for me to get 5 distinctions I need to work for them. So I had something that I was working towards, and that alone is enough like to keep me focused. And also another thing about me, like I am led by passion, and like I'm just so passion driven. Like I'm filled with a lot of enthusiasm and just energy and zeal and like positivity. So it wasn't like a hard task for me to like stay on top of my game. Like I was literally always just pumping, and even though I would have moments where I feel like, you know what, I'm out of here, like I'm not doing this thing anymore. I would obviously have those moments where I would just be so tired and just so done with like matric, especially like in January. Like literally within the first week I was like, girl, That they saying for me. Yeah, but I feel like one thing that really works for me is like my character and just how I am like as a person, like in a whole day. Yeah, but I am very resilient, and I am very like ambitious in general. Yeah, but so it wasn't really difficult for me to stay focused. So those are all the questions that I received for this video. If you still have any questions that you would like me to answer, then please DM me on my Instagram and I will definitely respond. And I'll be doing like a whole separate video on exam preparation and all of that juice. So yes, if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to share with your friends that are still in high school. Don't be stingy with the content. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.